just to explain to the people listening to this or watching this, what we did is we put a series of iPhones around you, published the numbers on Show Studio of the iPhones, one in particular, and then allowed you to just take calls from whoever was listening, whoever was watching, because we did all this was live streamed going out onto the internet via Show Studio. And then we just said, okay, let's see who's out there and let people come and talk to you. Yeah,
I think that was, I just thought, because initially I didn't think that we were going to FaceTime anybody. I just thought aesthetically it would look kind of, because I saw, where did this idea come from? Because it started off a bit different. I was on the A train in New York. I was headed home after a long day. On the A train, in some of the cars, the lights will like flick on and off when you go underneath the river going into Brooklyn. And that happened. I was sitting across the train from this little girl and her mom, and she was like acting up, and this girl just had it was just like a really little girl, but she had a really big head. It was like really nice. It was like aesthetically, it was like cool. She like looked really cool, but she was throwing a fucking fit. Like she was just like crying and screaming, and like there's like these two tears, like literally just like these two tears running down her face, and her mom hands her her phone, and like she like chills the fuck out, and she's like watching something with the brightness all the way up on her phone. The lights turn off, and it just like, it was just like big bright light like shining towards her like face, and then like these two tears rolling down. I was like, wow, that is just a striking like image right there. So that's where the idea for this initially came from. But then it ended up turning into like with all the phones kind of lighting up my face. But then we ended up FaceTiming a bunch of people, which I thought was really cool to have all of the phones and kind of break that barrier that I kind of have on social media with, you know, all the following. Obviously, I don't get to like phone up everybody every day and just like, hey guys, what's going on, you know? So I thought that was really cool. The people were, a lot of them just really didn't think that I was a real person. Just like, whoa, you really, like, they're like really, really excited, but everybody was really, really sweet and like nice to talk to. It was really cool.
Quite geographically a huge spread of people from
there's like New
Manchester
Zealand
to Mexico to New Zealand. So globally, it was kind of pretty covered.
Yeah, so it was really weird to talk to so many people from so many different places and to just you know feel that like global kind of like love. It was all like a really just nice experience, and everybody was really, really sweet. Some people asked a few questions and stuff like that. Not really. I think everybody was a bit in shock that I like answered, which was funny. But everybody was really sweet, and to just kind of see the life form, like the life of the people who support me so immensely. And without these people, I wouldn't be, you know, obviously as successful as I am now. So to kind of just like see where that support comes from and the people who it's coming from is nice. And I got all types of people. You know, there's a guy riding his bike, like just down the street, going for a stroll. There was this queen who's just hanging out at home watching old episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race in a full face of makeup. I was like, go off, girl. She's like, I'm just ending the night, catching up on some stuff, learning some tips and tricks. I was like, okay, that's cool. And like, so I talked to her for a second. Yeah, no, it's a really nice way to end things and to just like, I don't know, it kind of made me realize my impact a bit, because I don't think in my head I'd never do anything to get more attention or, you know, to make an impact on anybody's life. You know, I wish I was like that type of activist, but I really don't go out of my way to make anybody feel, you know, whatever. I just kind of speak, and like, you take it how you will. You can feel affected by it, you can feel nothing from it, you can feel offended by it. I really don't care. It's just kind of me like word vomiting out on the internet for everybody to hear.
You do yourself down. You weren't word vomiting out.
But like, I mean, you know what I mean, not word vomit, but I just kind of like spit it out, say whatever, and like take it as you will kind of thing. And to see that it has such a positive effect on so many people, and especially so many like young, impressionable kids, makes me feel really, really nice about myself, because I know that I didn't have anybody to, you know, look up to, that I thought, you know, is really doing something good in the world. I never had that person. So to kind of be that person for everybody, not everybody, but, you know, for my fans and stuff, makes me feel really good inside. So it's like, it's a win-win for all of us, I think.
Brilliant. Jazzelle, thank you very much.
Yeah,
very nice to speak to you.
You too.